So let me speak on before y'all continue to go back and forth. I know y'all want it. I'm gonna let y'all have it right after I get done. But poor listening and can contribute to conflict. I agree with that. So, fellas, let me tell you again, like I said to you on a lot of times, stop talking so goddamn much. Just listen. Just listen. Take that intel. Get that knowledge. Pay attention. And see what they talk about, how they act, how they move, how they carry themselves. And right then and there, that's going to let you know either do you move forward with the relationship or you need to get the fuck out of there. And I mean sprint. Because when you hear individuals talking and they not on what you're looking for, don't waste your time. Don't invest no more time, money, or energy. Don't do it. Because that investment you're making in, it's a money pit. It's a bad investment. You're pouring into something that you never gonna get return on. Don't do it. When I tell you, fellas, to listen to what some women say and how they move and act, you better, or you're gonna get this situation what we're dealing with right now.
I'm closing out, and I'm gonna go not on a rage quit. All I'm going to say is if y'all cannot differentiate a delivery from facts, that's not my problem. Okay? Because this delivery is important. Facts never change. That's just period, point blank. So whatever you're thinking about my character as far as me being a different person online, which is an imaginary space where we do have viewers, and JR knows, or I wouldn't be on here. That I'm gonna bring facts, and I'm gonna bring knowledge, and I'm gonna bring whatever it is that he values, in my opinion, to his show. I would not be here. All I'm saying is the men on this panel cannot judge me at home in a relationship from what I am doing on here, because I view this like a debate competition. It has to be viewed that way because we're all trying to get a word in edgewise. That's all that I'm saying. See, I'm a scholar. I don't understand why you can't differentiate how I would act at home versus how I would act with a group of people that I don't personally know, except for maybe I've known Hink over a year, so I could say personally, I'm getting to know his brain over here, Sweeney. I like his brain the way it worked on Thursday. All I'm saying is you want to make these characteristics about me and label me this person. Or why wouldn't you do this? Why wouldn't do? I don't have to explain that to you
Oh, it's just
because this is a
it's us having
panel.
a conversation. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
me
but it
simply
is. But
having a
it is a
conversation
panel.
with you.
Yeah, it's a conversation, but
Right.
we can take digs, and I can take that too because people been hating on me my whole life. All I'm saying is,
Who's hating on you?
man, listen, it's been a witch hunt from since I opened my mouth, and and it's okay. Witch hunt me all you want. My crystal's in the back, so you're probably on the right path. All I'm saying is I know who I am as an individual. I'm okay with who I am as an individual. And there's nothing anybody on this panel can say to make me feel different about who I am as an individual. Period. The only person that can do that is God. And if he comes to me and says to me, hey, your code switches too much, then I'll be like, okay. But other than that, why would I sit here on a panel with people other than JR and Hink and Sweeney and not stand 10 toes down on what I believe? And there's nothing wrong with me standing 10 toes down. I don't want to be the same person on a panel that I am on in real life because this isn't real life.
This is real life.
No, it's not. That's the
Oh
problem.
my
It's
gosh.
not real life. It's
All right.
not.
Sweeney, what you got to say, bro?
Um, So I didn't get to answer the actual question, and it's actually going to lead what I'm about to ask is also going to lead into me answering the question. Cookie, why did you have to um let us know that you were not rage quitting?
Oh, because I rage quit last week.
Oh hell.
You
So
weren't here. I kept getting cut off while I was giving statistics that come from my brain because my IQ is high and people just don't believe it. You know how you look up stats on Thursdays and people are like, "Where did you get that, Sweeney? Where did you get that?" Me being me, I was just like, I don't have time for this. I have a life. I could go be doing my hair and twisting my dreads up. You know what I'm saying? So I just
Their
left.
locks.
Yeah.
but so to answer the question on the panel, right? My wife coined the term beating a lie detector.
Hmm.
And what it actually means is everybody knows I ask a lot of questions
Hmm.
because I try to understand more than I try to make statements. I used to make a lot of statements, but what I realized is making statements don't necessarily get anywhere versus when I ask questions, um, I start to pull someone into a place of understanding in a way that I understand things. But what has happened is now everybody's trying to beat the lie detector test. What that means is that the first thing you're trying to find out is what my intentions are with my question, rather than answering the question honestly. And me and my wife talked about it, and I just think I've always thought this: if the answer is honest and it's what you would normally say, then it shouldn't matter what my intentions are behind the question, because you can't get got if what you're saying is not to be get got. So and that's been my biggest problem on the show so far, on these panels with me, because I get told all the time, man, you got to stop asking questions. But I can't not ask questions because that's not how my brain works or how I speak to people. I used to do that,
You
but it
gotta
got
ask
nowhere.
questions.
It got me in. It got me nowhere. So I implore people, regardless of what the question is, don't try to figure out their intentions behind the question. If what you're gonna, because what it does automatically for me, if you're trying to find out my intentions behind the question, you're gonna be dishonest with your answer.
Right.
And then that's how conversations are never able to move forward, because you don't want to be made an example of, or you don't want to be seen as, in a certain type of light. And I've been struggling with that a whole lot because I'm honest. You ask me a question, I'm answering it honestly. Whether that puts me in a certain space or not, it is what it is. But we can't get anywhere without asking them,
Mm-hmm.
because I have to listen to y'all more than I actually talk about y'all. So I can't talk about somebody I don't know. But that's the balancing act of being on these panels, because nobody wants to get personal. And it's interesting because everybody, when we talk about everything on a macro level, it's don't speak in general. But when we get personal, no, it's too personal.
Mm-hmm.
But how, like, and it's a struggle with that balancing act on these panels.
Yeah. How can we grow from that?
The reality, you don't.
And that's my point. Now I'll say this, because I don't know when you're gonna leave, Cookie. I Just with you being a human being, with you being a black woman, I love you to life, right? That's who I am as a man, right? So all that I can do as a man is uphold and hold ourselves to a standard of where me understanding the impact that these panels have. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of one of the things, one of the reasons why I really debated on even coming on here, just as you stated, because of what I see often on these panels is just a bunch of people arguing, talking about nothing, and nothing becoming solved from it. So if if I come on here and say whatever it is that I'm saying, I'm saying this out of love because I understand the impact that it's going to have further down the line on the people that don't have the same mentality that you have. They're just following. They're just sheep. We have a lot of that in the Black community. So it's important for us to be and carry ourselves as if we are going to be the ancestors of the next generations to come. So that's all I'm saying. If we're going to come on here, let's be 100, let's be real, let's be vulnerable, in which we have to do in order to grow out of this rut that we're in. Point blank, period.